team, thanks so much for clicking on this video. We have a 10-minute arm sculpt plan for you today. You're gonna need some heavy, some lights, and a mat or a soft surface for our push-ups at the end. 10 minutes, let's do this. All right, hopefully you've warmed up. Go ahead and grab your lighter set of dumbbells. We're gonna start by rocking the right hand to the right shoulder, left hand to the side. So we're gonna go 30 seconds right here. One lateral raise, one overhead press. Nice and slow, feet about shoulder distance apart. So I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see here. I'm pressing in front of my head, but I can still see it. Not locking at the top. Halfway on this side. So I have 5s in my hands. Just give you a little bit of reference about how heavy we're looking to lift. About 4 seconds left. We're gonna switch sides. 3, 2, let's switch it out. Other side. So that left arm's gonna press to the sky. Right arm comes up shoulder height. We're working those deltoids. Beautiful. See if you can zip up your belly button. Try to draw that navel to spine, right? Classic cue. Just gets you to engage your core. Slow and controlled. Don't let the weights be in charge. You're almost done with this exercise, and then we're gonna head on over to our heavier set of dumbbells. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, set it down here. You're gonna grab something a little bit heavier. We're gonna do a combo move. Bicep curl, so palms forward, and then hammer curl, thumbs to your shoulders. One of each. Go ahead, let's get started. So squeeze supinated bicep curl, and then a neutral grip bicep curl. Thinking about working all those muscle fibers. Now it's a minute of work here, so if you feel like 10 is too much, you could always grab a lighter one. I know a lot of you probably could bicep curl much heavier because we're doing an endurance sculpting workout. You're gonna grab something a little more moderate, work for a longer work set, right? More repetitions. Go ahead, try to keep those elbows still. Make the forearms be the movers. Ribs together. Notice how I'm just rotating my wrists at the bottom. One of each. You're nearly to the end here. Beautiful, last one. Keep those heavy weights. I'm gonna have you tip it forward, bend your knees, send your hips back. One low row with the palms facing. One high row with the elbows out. Let's go. One low row, one high row. Working the backs of the shoulders here. Really important that your neck is in neutral. Eye gaze forward and down. Chin slightly tucked. Beautiful. Can you put a little bit of tension between those shoulder blades? See, like a little squeeze at the top. Beautiful. You can look up at that screen from time to time, but for the most part, I want you looking down at the floor. Neutral spine. Gotta engage those middle traps. It's usually like the weaker middle lower traps, usually the weaker parts of your traps. Good, 10 seconds left. Oh, this is the part where it's really starting to burn here. You grabbed a heavy enough weight, you're begging for this minute to be over. Squeeze to the top, 2, and 1. Excellent. Stand up, I'm gonna have you grab your lighter weights. Put one foot in front of the other, stagger that stance here. It's a shoulder press to a tricep, so press it up overhead, bend the elbows, and then lower down. So one shoulder press, one tricep extension, right there. Now the reason why I have a staggered stance is to help keep my back in alignment. If you feel like you would like to switch your lead legs about halfway through, we're hitting that point right here. Let's go ahead, switch lead legs. So if you'd like to, that's kind of an optional. I like to just be as symmetrical as possible. Shoulder press, tricep extension. Can you keep those elbows in narrow? Say yes. Now if you said no, because it's a little too heavy, maybe pick one dumbbell down and just do the rest of this with a single dumbbell overhead, right? I know your muscles are fatiguing. Hug that navel in. Core engaged. Up to the top, last one. Keep those lighter weights. I'm gonna tip you forward again. Send your tailbone back, belly to spine. We're scissoring one thumb up, one pinky back. Then resist. Do the other side, right? Resist. You might feel the urge to let them just drop. Fight it, come on. Slow them down. Bend those knees. Can you sit to a squat a little bit more? Scissoring those arms. What are we working? Back of the deltoids. Woo, rear delts. That's why I kept my lightweight, friends. Lightweight on purpose. Excellent. So we're tip forward. Belly has to stay in so that your back stays strong. I'm with you. I'm with you. Come on, come on. Control the lift. Control the down. Now, this is a time-based workout. 3, 2, make sure you end evenly. And 1, good. Stand up, rest your back here. You're gonna take a halfway bicep curl, press to the side, come back into that W, lower down. Here we go. Up, press out, in and down. Get a little shoulder, a little bicep. I kept my lighter weights. You can always get your heavier ones. That part right there at the top, that shoulder press out, my pinkies are forward. So we're supinating through the palm, which is really good for your shoulder because it just draws your shoulder blades down and back. It's going to get you into that position that you want to be, right? You don't want to have bad posture. Yeah, come on. 20 seconds. So I like to work out the way I want to walk out. So you want to walk out with tall back, shoulders down, head held high. Work out like that. Reinforce that. 5 seconds. 2. And 1. Excellent. Put those weights down softly. Grab your heavier weight. Actually, first come down onto your mat. And then grab your heavier weights. We're going to do a lat pull. Lower head will rest. Shoulders will rest. So you're going to go up over the head. Squeeze the weights together. Ready? Here we go. Nice and slow. Lower with control. Exhale to the top. Now I have my heavy weights squeezing together. Pushing my low back into the floor. You feel like you have really good stability? You could consider separating your dumbbells. That way each arm has to work all by itself. You could try that. Keep a nice soft elbow. Make sure that you're not reaching too far. You gotta have control, right? Exhale to the top. 10 seconds left. Hey. Now I'm keeping my eye on the timer for you guys. Put your eyes are on the ceiling. 3, 2, and 1. Stay right here. You can get lighter weights if you'd like to. So our next move is a narrow shoulder press to a skull crusher combo. Here we go. 1 shoulder press, 1 chest press, sorry, and then a skull crusher. I want you to do whatever pace feels best in your body, feel controlled. Now the tricky thing about these combo moves is a lot of times one move is going to be harder than the other with the weight that you chose. I have 10, so the tricep part of this move is much harder. The shoulder chest press, I could do much heavier than 10s. So it's really just a break for my triceps when I do that one right there in the middle. Excellent. Is your core engaged? Because you have 10 seconds left in this move. And then we're going to flip it over. Feet are flat on the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Release the weights. Go ahead and flip it on over. We're going to do a renegade row. So use those weights like handles, palms under shoulders. You can have your knees walk back into a modified plank. Or if you'd like to, tuck up those toes, knees power up. Here we go. Renegade row to the rib. Release it down. Keep going. Now a level here if you needed to. Your knees can be under your hips. This is tabletop position. As long as you're keeping your back flat, keep going, row it. I lost my microphone. Keep going. As long as you're keeping your back flat, then I'm happy. And I'm fighting the urge to twist my hips like this as I pull up. See if you can keep those hips square so they are just parallel to the floor as you pull that weight up into your rib. 10 seconds left. You can always rest if your form is falling apart. So I want quality over quantity. 2, 1. Beautiful. You can let go of those weights now. Move them out of the way. We're going to do a moving push-up. Hands shoulder distance apart. Either knees or toes. You're going to step one hand out a little wider. Take a dip to the floor. Press up. Step back in. Other hand steps out. A little wider than your mat. Step back in. Ready? On your own pace. Go ahead. Travel push-ups. So down and up. Now I was doing the first few for my knees. I'm going to try to challenge myself. Come to my toes. As she grunts with effort. Come on, come on. Halfway. Now remember, the tabletop position, you could do push-ups from tabletop, totally. You're taking some of the body weight out of the push. That's okay. I want you to do this move the way that you can do it with a long, tall back. Good form. Goodness. My dog shed so much. I'm sorry. There's dog hair on my mat. 5 seconds. Can you get even? Make sure you get same number on both sides. Beautiful. Last one. Woo. Last move. Take a quick child's pose. We're going to hit that plank. Forearms. Are you guys ready? Tuck the toes. Pick it up and hold. I say, hey, Tara, I thought you said this was an upper body sculpt workout. Hey, what are you using right now to keep your upper body off the floor? Belly button in. Come on, hips down. Don't let those glutes be up in the air. Tuck them under. Your shoulders are what's holding you up here. Now, I'm cheating. I'm bringing my hands together. Harder, hands apart. So that way your hands are not stabilizing each other. Each shoulder has to stabilize itself. Squeeze your quads. Add a little extra core in here. Belly in. 1 minute ISO. Oh my gosh. 15. This is the part where you're asking, when is it over, Tara? We're almost done. Come on, come on. 8. Fight for good position, good neck position, eyes on the mat. 3, 2. Melt those knees down. Woo! Child's pose. Give yourself a high five. You crushed that upper body sculpt. Let's go ahead and swing the right arm down underneath. Give it a quick hug in. Roll the wrist. Smile on your face. Switch sides. Left arm, swing it under. Hug it back. Give that wrist a little movement. Excellent job, team. Thank you so much for working out with me today. If you liked this workout, please consider hitting that like button, like button, or subscribing. I'll see you in the next one.